Blah 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 blah. Unique New York. Unique New York. The Human Torch acquired a bank loan today. How now, brown cow? The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And we are still waiting on Andrew. God bless. Andrew, please. We beg of you, before we get the show started, please join.
Testicles. Test.
All right, we're gonna get this going here. With or without him. Blink twice if you're in Milwaukee. All right, you ready, Joey?
Yes.
Welcome back, shooters, for another Sunday edition of Shootin' Straight with JD and Joey, a handball podcast. We are hoping to get joined by our friend from Pittsburgh, Andrew Burek. He's having some technical difficulties and some other situational things going on, but until then, it'll be just Joey and I. So, Joey, how are we doing this evening?
I was doing any better, it would be illegal.
That's what we like to hear. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've heard the illegal line. So we're having a good old time here this Sunday evening. You do anything exciting this weekend?
Not really. Just a little homework. Oh, I can see our friend Andrew.
I can see Andrew, but he is upside down in a dark and stormy room. So here's what we got working with here. So Andrew, you mind telling us why you're upside down? All right, he's still working on that. So this is why we do things live, folks, to make it a lot more intriguing for the show. For all you guys. It's a bummer for all the people listening on Spotify that can't see how ridiculous this is right now. Because it's pretty ridiculous.
It's fun.
So, anyways, I'll just speak on behalf of Andrew until he can get his life figured out here.
Can you hear us? Andrew, nod if you can hear us.
Yeah, like do some jumping jacks or something. He is motionless. All right, well, at least I got that. You guys flipped. Oh, we can hear something.
Oh, Andrew.
Hey, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey!
There we go. Houston, we've made contact.
I use Linux and Firefox. I need to learn more about this.
All right. Well, I don't know if you can see, but you're upside down right now. So whatever you're...
I am upside down.
Yeah. Maybe you're hanging. I don't know. He's just hanging around. He's like a big monkey.
Yeah. That's a good question. I'm assuming I have to change that somehow in Firefox as opposed to the system.
Let's ask the first logical question. Why are you using Firefox? Security. I didn't know that Firefox was a big secure platform. So
it's all right.
Good to know.
Do you use floppy disks as well?
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about that, but
well, hey, it's good to see you, man.
Broadcasting or what?
We are absolutely live right now. So I was able to flip your image, so you're now right side up. So
they can see me straight up.
Yeah. Yep. So you are the correct direction. So don't worry, I have the power.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you weren't that late. Joey and I just kind of got the ball rolling without you there for a hot second. But for all our viewers who don't know who you are, would you mind giving them 30-second recap of your life story and your involvement with our great sport?
Yeah, definitely. So here, I guess I'll center myself a little better, right? There we go. So I am, my name's Andrew Burek. I founded the Pittsburgh Team Handball Club in 2016. And I knew a little bit about handball before then, but, just kind of not a crazy amount. And I don't know. We probably have like 15, 20 members, and most of our members are like 20s, 30s, and stuff like that. A lot of busy people, so we don't play a ton of games or anything like that, or go to a ton of events. But I mean, we try to as much as we can. And I don't know. I played college football for a couple years.
Where at?
I played at St. Francis. So it was FCS.
In Steubenville?
I think it was. What's that?
Is that Steubenville in Ohio or no?
No. It's in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
In the NEC. And actually, one of my teammates in handball is Bob Healy, as I know you guys know him. He played at Duquesne.
Dr.
No,
Bob.
no. It's in Pennsylvania. The NEC. Yeah. So he played at Duquesne. So we used to play Duquesne every year. So, Dr. Bob Healy. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's my athletic story and my brief introduction of who I am.
Andrew, I don't know. Hold on, Joey. I don't know what you got on your speaker situation, but we got a lot of reverb, so coming back.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of noise.
Yeah,
Are you in a wind tunnel or?
Let me close this door. Sorry.
Maybe. Okay.
You're
okay.
good.
We respect everybody's new to the Zoom game. We're in these crazy 2020 times trying to keep current with the kids, Folks, it's also, be thankful that I was able to flip. Oh, I don't know if we lost him or it got really quiet. Joey's frozen. So I'm going to say we got everybody lost. Maybe it's my end. I don't know. All right. Nope. They're back.
You want me to move? Wait, is that better now?
It's pretty much the same, but we'll roll with it. No worries here.
The same?
You still sound beautiful.
Sorry. Yeah, I never really thought about the microphone aspect of this.
That's okay. You live and you learn.
Probably should have got a microphone. Yeah.
Andrew, you look and you sound beautiful, so don't worry about it.
Well, thank you.
We're doing just fine. So why did you start the club?
Well, I used to live in outside of Philly, and I just moved back to Pittsburgh. I was looking for something to just something to do, something for fun. So I honestly, I'd probably been in Pittsburgh for just a couple months, maybe like 2 months or something at that point. And I grew up, around here. So, and I hit up a couple of my friends and was like, hey, we should do this. And then they were like, yeah, that's cool. And then slowly they were like, yeah, we still want to do this, and they just didn't show up to stuff. So,
Shocker.
I defined, new people that would be interested. So, to be honest, a lot through Facebook, and that's partially why I think our club's a little older than some of the other clubs, because it's people that are on Facebook. It's that demographic. But yeah, a lot through that way. I did Meetup. I used to have a Meetup group. That's most of it, and then some through word of mouth. Some I actually asked USA Team Handball to tell me who from Pittsburgh was interested, and they actually gave me back a couple names.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, one of the things that I did that was helpful was I went on to I play some soccer in Pittsburgh. I'm not good or anything like that, but I used to help organize a team, and I went on one of the soccer. Pick up soccer websites. I had a couple thousand people, from countries that played handball, and then also, Pittsburghers. And I said, hey, if anyone wants to play, hit me up. And that was one good way to get a ton of people.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the same demographic, people that want to play sports. So I probably got a couple dozen people that were interested, at least through that. And, not a lot of them actually came. Not a lot of them, stuck around, but some of them did, and that was helpful.
So that's awesome, man. Of the people that you've recruited and have on the team, how do you keep them motivated to play? Because like you said earlier, you guys don't necessarily play too many tournaments and too many matches. So What keeps them motivated? Is it just getting together and having fun, or just playing the sport? What do you think it is?
I think that's a lot of it. Is just getting together, having fun.
You guys eat a
lot
lot
of them. I mean, we go out and
pierogies,
drink
right?
a lot.
Yeah, eat a lot of pierogies,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, we my
Uh-oh. He's gone. We started talking about
No.
pierogies and we lost him.
Uh-oh. Andrew?
I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, you'd think in today's society that Zoom, maybe it's just me, but like everybody I know operates through Zoom now, like wholeheartedly, like all work calls, all like social calls, all communication through Zoom. So,
and I grew up
Andrew's back
here.
Andrew, we lost you for like the last minute and a half, and we lost him again. Not sure if he can hear us. But it's weird that I didn't lose you. We just lost him. Usually I lose both you guys, then I gotta start making up advertisements and stuff on the fly. But
no worries. Hey, you know what? And to your point, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. We use a bunch of different stuff for law school, so I tell you what, 2020 is just a heck of a year as far as having to rely on technology and stuff. So a lot of patience and a lot of grace for our good friend here. And sorry for those folks who won't be able to hear what he's saying right now, but hopefully we can get him to recap. And Andrew's a good guy. I like him a lot.
I wonder where he's at right now, because like for you guys that are listening on Spotify 10 years from now, Andrew looks to be in like a 1970s basement. He's got the wood paneling, for the walls there. It's also really weird because I'm like looking at the Zoom screen call, and it's like super dark. But then I look at like OBS and I can actually see his face. So and he's upside down on the Zoom screen, which makes it really hard to like see that it's
Looks
Andrew.
like Dracula.
Yeah, it is terrifying. So I luckily flipped him over for the OBS. Yeah, he's gonna live forever, many generations, blood sucking. But looks like we lost him. So
yep.
When he comes back, we'll get that all situated. But in the meantime, we can talk about some other stuff that wasn't maybe Andrew relevant, and when he gets things sorted out, we can get back to the Pittsburgh talk there. But
keep the show going, yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to shoot all around the place. We shoot straight. So one of the topics that came out most recently that many of our avid handball fans might have seen is that our very own Ty Reed, former Alabama football player, national champion, who has been playing with Flensburg in Germany for 2 years now?
I think give or take probably a year, maybe a year and a half.
A good amount of time.
He went over summer of 2019, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That would only be a year. Okay.
Maybe 2 years. We'll say 2 years.
Yeah, you're right. But no. Oh,
he wasn't there because I went there in the spring of 2019 just to visit. He was not there.
Okay.
So
either way, he's been around the block. He was with their training squad, and I think it was it today or yesterday that he was officially named to the Champions League roster. So it's a big move.
For those of you who don't know, Flensburg is a team in Germany, and they're probably one of, if not the best teams in Germany and therefore the world. So it's a very huge handball city. Like the town is absolutely crazy about the sport. They sell out their stadium every game pretty much, and it's a big deal. The fact that he's even involved in the organization as a homegrown American. So it's really cool to see him do well. And when we officially lost Andrew here, that's a bummer. But anyway, it's really cool to see him go over there and succeed and now move up onto the Champions League team, because I think that is he might be the first, if not one of the first American-born and raised players to be on a EHF Champions League roster in some capacity. So that was
Drew.
Are they in the Champions League?
They were last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Leon?
Yeah, they got knocked
That's
out
pretty
though, like early, but they were in the Champions League. I don't
Good
know
for
if
them.
I
I
don't
had
know
no
if
idea.
Drew got any time in any of those games.
He was on the roster, though.
Yeah, John Ryan will have to fact check us, obviously.
Shout
on
out
that.
to our friend Drew then for being the first, if not one of the first. But yeah, regardless, I mean, there's like maybe literally
It's-
2 people who
yeah.
have it, so it's cool that Ty's doing it, and huge Flensburg guy myself, so that's just another cool thing to see as a guy who, is an American who's doing good things over there. So shout out Ty, that's awesome. Do you think he's gonna get 10 minutes?
As far as minutes go, I would say he's gonna get in a game where they're up by 12, and they're gonna force it to the wing to get him to try to score. You can bet my bottom dollar on that. I think there was a goalie that came out of either West Point or Air Force that was also in the WCAP program, and I can't remember if he was first or second league German, but he was pretty high up and
Wow.
played.
What year was this?
This was, I want to say, like mid to late 90s. It was a good bit ago. Way down yonder.
So before I was born, okay.
Yeah, around that time. Yeah, so that'd be interesting to see. We got to do some homework, I think. I'm still trying to work on getting Andrew back here. We got no comments in the chat this evening, so it's pretty quiet in the chat. Everybody's pretty calm from a Sunday. Been probably a lazy one watching football all day. Football's back for those that whatever reason live under a rock and did not realize that the NFL has returned. So it was good to watch some games there. But
not good if you're a Lions fan, but yeah, good in general.
Or a Browns fan for that matter. So geez Louise, the Lake Erie squads did not perform today. Except I guess Buffalo's not really Lake Erie. It's like on the cusp of Lake Erie. I think.
It's like Lake Ontario, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like on the border with both of them, but Bills Mafia, they were not able to go out and do what they do, breaking tables, spraying people down in ketchup. But the Buffalo Bills did circle the wagons on the JETS, Jets lose. So, Sam Darnold, everybody talks him up and did not come to play. So I'm thankful for that, but I'm not thankful that Le'Veon Bell is now hurt. I had him on one of my fantasy teams. So it's going to be a rough fantasy year. If anybody's got any tips, feel free to sling them in the chat here.
JD, I've got a handball question.
Yes.
Did you see this video of Ranias in the handshake line?
No, I did not.
Hysterical if you haven't seen it. I will I'll send it to you because he's in this handshake line, and presumably he knows the guy he's shaking hands with, but then he gives him a little one of these right in the lower regions, and so it seemed like a jovial, funny moment. But
okay, good.
Yeah,
good,
I think he'd get a little bit of trouble if he did that in the States. But it looks like we have Andrew back.
Andrew has returned. The prodigal son hath returned.
But he's on mute right now, so
yeah, he's gotta get that figured out. You hear that, kid?
I think we're good.
Oh, he's got voice. He's got a voice.
Is that better? Does that sound better too?
Yeah, you're good. It sounds better. It's definitely crisp. You've turned some lights on as well so people can see your stunning face.
I sat on the floor because this tablet needs plugged in, and I had a really short cord, so here I am.
Cool.
Here you are.
What shirt you rocking there? It's the blue Tweety Birds, blue Pelicans.
I was on the Falcons. I was on the work softball team.
Ah.
I never actually showed up to any of the games, but I like the shirt. It has like a good. Like I just like this gray. I think it goes good with my skin tone. So
it really brings out your eyes. Your eyes are really popping right now.
Good.
Excellent. All right. So Andrew, like you were talking and rambling on, like you were born a rambling man, and you're just doing the best that you could. And I forget the rest of the words of the song, but if you want to backtrack a little bit there and get it going on a little bit about why you started the club in Pittsburgh. We also got a shout out to Rafa Ree in the chat. Rafa Ree is watching live here.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was like cool. I went to college. I went for sociology. I used to be involved in like politics and like international stuff. I used to live down in DC when I was straight out of college. And then I like came to my senses and I was like, man, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life.
Isn't your brother a like senator or something? Or a
No,
mayor? He's a
no, my brother is
township trustee. What is he?
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
Dog catcher?
politician guy. Mm-hmm.
he is. Yeah. So I wouldn't put myself through that.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? I still like this stuff. So that was one of the other reasons why, because I knew like it would be like a cool, I don't know, international type thing to do. Meet people from different backgrounds, different countries, and stuff like that. Kind of
Sure.
bring people together. It could be like a positive thing, I guess you could say. I think it has been kind of a.
You guys got a
positive
pretty
thing.
good diverse group there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's nice, man. Yeah, we have people from all backgrounds and stuff like that. We all hang out, drink beers. Some people don't drink beers, but they hang out and watch us drink beers, stuff like that. So,
Heyo.
yeah, it's a good time. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. So,
Speaking of not drinking beers, now that Felix, your guys' star high school player, is moving back to
Right.
Germany, what are your guys' plans both for goalkeeper and backups on the left side or left-handed players?
I think we're just gonna like not play with a goalie.
Oh,
Just
okay,
like
that's an
rely on
interesting tactic.
the defense.
Wow.
We'll just score more. We'll just score more goals. That's what I figured. So.
That sounds
No, I
a
don't
lot.
know.
It's
We're
funny
looking
you
for
bring
some-
that up though, because that sounds a lot like the Penn State tactics on some of the claims that were made at the earliest part of this Barstool bet. Was that the Barstool squad would not be able to score more than 10 goals on the U.S. national team, and their whole plan was to just not have a goalie and just cherry pick and just try to get 10 goals basically. So they would just like give up as many goals as possible, but if they only had to get to 10, that was their tactic. So
That's not a bad idea, especially with cherry picking. Yeah,
yeah, so
kind of changed the whole game.
anyway,
I've
sorry.
always wondered if there was like a way to do that, and if there would be a way that you could like game the system in handball to try to like say you were way overmatched, and if you could like cherry pick the whole game, if you could win a match that way. I don't know. I always thought that'd be
Definitely in
kinda
numbers, you got to figure out the time to goal from a like start off, and how long you have to score before you realize you're going to run out of time, and optimizing possessions. There's a lot of big data around it. We just need
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
IBM guys on it. Be sabermetrics.
I tried getting Ali Akbar, who's our Carnegie Mellon grad student, on that. Try to get him some of his friends.
Yeah, that'd be
Figure out a
cool.
way that we could cheat the system and win a handball game against
Do
some team that we
data
love.
mining. I love Ollie. Like every time I play with you guys, and he just gets so pumped, and like I'll make a save, and he's just going nuts. I'm like, Ollie, that was pretty standard
likes
save.
it,
Yeah. So he's a cool guy.
He's a big JD fan.
It's always good to have a few of them, and there's plenty of JD haters out there.
Yeah,
But
you got one.
Are there actually, JD?
Oh yeah,
Are there actually?
a lot of
Let
them.
me at him.
Andrew just casually raises his hand there.
I'll beat him up for you. Don't worry.
Just so everybody's aware, Andrew is this close to naming his son after me. It's this close.
I was, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We were not. It just didn't work out that way. But which he's probably had a birthday last weekend, right?
He did.
And is he the one that was having some issues today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He has two ear infections.
Oh,
so.
jeez, a double whammy. Yeah.
Double win. So.
For those of you who don't know, Andrew's a proud father of 3. So.
Yeah. So
So I don't really have much time other than I play handball. Other than that,
Handball and dad. Full-time
yeah,
job.
I go to work. That's my other like free time. So whatever. But yeah, but back to what we were talking about. So yeah, I think we've got to do some cool stuff. We played a team from Germany. That was cool.
When?
Oh, when we went up to Canadian National Championships in 2017.
Yeah. That was as Pittsburgh Team Handball Club.
Yep.
And yeah, we went up to Canada. A bunch of us went to different colleges to play, like James Madison, WVU, Ohio State, all those places. So I don't know. It's been kind of a cool experience. So
For sure, man.
yeah.
And so, rumor has it you're going to be making a trip up to Detroit here in the next few weeks to play a game. Can you confirm?
I can't give an exact date yet. And I apologize for that. We're still working on it. We're just getting back to practice. Our first practice is the 22nd because all this, foolishness that's going on in the world.
For sure.
But so we're gonna go to Detroit. I guess as soon as possible.
We're ready to go on the 10th. Bring it on the 10th.
Bring on the 10th.
That works for you guys.
I can see.
If not, we can push back a little bit, but I'm just saying.
See, I don't even feel bad about us not. Like, there's college football teams that are scheduling teams like 7 days before the games and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Wow.
So West. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I saw Virginia just got canceled for next week. They just canceled the game for like a massive, college football game for next week. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty wild out there right now. But so yeah, hopefully pretty soon. I don't know. I've never been to Detroit. I've never really wanted to go to Detroit, to be honest. So,
man,
I mean, I'm just
two hardworking cities just duking it out here.
I don't know.
The Rust Belt.
Yeah.
But Andrew, we got a question in the chat here. Unless Joey, you had a question, I don't want you to forget yours.
I'm just saying the fog machine is already purchased for our game, and we got the lasers, and we'll have a DJ.
Yeah. No, definitely.
I'll be bringing the corn dogs, so yeah, that's really just what bring the crowd is the corn dogs.
Will you be there? Can we expect you there?
If it's on the 10th, no, but any other time, yes.
Okay.
I will be in a wedding on the 10th.
Have you ever been to Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we already played a game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I went to I spent some time in Detroit. My buddy was working at Ford, so spent some time up there. It's really just like it's like I think the coolest part about Detroit to me is like, and don't take any offense to this, Joey, is that it's kind of like going to a European city in that you just feel like there's a lot of history there, but it's because all of the buildings are just like dilapidated and it's just kind of like really like quiet and like nobody's around, and you're just like, I feel like this has got like this aura of like history and there's a story to tell here, but I don't know. It just looks like it's just sad, but some cool stuff. Like if I was like a hipster photographer, I would just freaking go. Yeah, exactly. Like an apocalyptic town. Like I would go wild if I was like a hipster photographer in Detroit, man. Like there's probably like all sorts of cool stuff, like the old train station.
That's one of their big tourist things is you can come up and look at buildings.
A lot of cool stuff, like the Heidelberg project. Like that's wild. Have you ever been to that, Joey?
I have. I've driven like by it
a bunch of times. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I'd go back. Like all the food I had, like I'm a big Middle Eastern food guy, and I mean you cannot go wrong in Detroit. So like I would go back strictly for that. We went to this place downtown near the Tiger Stadium. Oh dang it! It was like Bucharest Grill or something like that. Dude, that place. It was like you would get two shawarma burritos or whatever you want to call them. They were like, it was like a burrito, but like two shawarma. It wasn't a euro. It was a closed. was like $3.50 or $4, and it's like a full meal. And I was like, I'm getting on freaking 3 of these things. I was stuffed, man. It was fantastic. And then like you go to the actual like Arabic restaurants, and it's like you're paying $20 dinner for 2, you and your buddy, and you're just feasting. You know, like it's big fan. Yeah. So shout out to foodies of Detroit if you're out there listening. But Andrew, question from the chat from our good friend Mishi, also hashtag top shooter. Martin's been unable to join us, so I think Mishi's slowly she's keeping that title. Martin's been going; he's a rewatcher, you know, but Mishi's with us live. She would like to know, Andrew, what is the main blocker for Pittsburgh to participate in more tournaments? So, what is preventing the Pittsburghians or Pittsburghites? What do you guys? What is a native Pittsburgher called?
Yinzer.
A Yinzer. Can we get some history on that?
No, I don't know. That's just like that's what they call us, I guess. And that's what you call
who came up with that?
It's because people say yins around here.
Is it like Yingling?
I say it a little bit. Instead of saying like y'all, you say yins.
Yins. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's pretty well documented. If you get a chance, check it out. There's probably some good memes out there about it.
Yinzers. All right. So why are the Yinzers not playing in more handball tournaments?
I don't know. I think people have. What I'm annoyed by sometimes is like the misconception of where Pittsburgh's at. Like I'll get messages from like someone like, "Hey, come up to Boston and play," and I'll be like, "That's like a whole day's drive,
7-hour drive, yeah,
and a half, or something like that." So yeah, I don't think we need to probably organize better around us. Like I don't know, we just always had like maybe. I don't even know how to say this. Just like issues with, like personal issues, I guess, with other people or something like that. We've never played West Virginia,
which is the closest proximity
as
club.
Pittsburgh. I've played them when I played on other clubs and stuff like that. But as Pittsburgh, I can't even. They won't return a call or an email. Never played Penn State as
the second closest club.
I've never played them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No way.
There was a whole thing about them. They actually came out to visit or to play us and came out the wrong weekend.
That was hilarious. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh! What a bunch! Because you called me. Oh, so to paint the picture here, folks. First off, Martin would like to say that being the number 1 shooter comes with too many expectations that he's not ready for. So Martin is watching, so he must have heard us and dialed in. So Martin, thank you for tuning in. But background on the Penn State story. So I can't remember if we were all supposed to meet up the same weekend or what.
No, I think
it was just you and Penn State, right? Okay, so I'm like coming home from work. It's like a Friday, and Andrew calls me at it's like 4:00 or something. And you had texted me earlier in the week that like Penn State was coming out like in 2 weeks or something, and you were like pumped and ready for some games. And then you called me and you're like, these idiots, they get the wrong weekend. They drove all the way out here to play. They're like, go to the gym. Like, where's this handball game at? And you're like, dude, it's next weekend. And then they couldn't even come.
They were there weekend. When I called them.
Yeah, because Mike
Gordon called them to say like, hey guys, what are you doing? And they were like, oh, we are just pulling in right now. And I was like, go home. This is the wrong weekend. What is wrong? Because I remember what the problem was is that I wrote like, hey, come out. I don't remember the date. Like, come out the 15th. And they were like, okay. And I was like, all right, I'll see you. I think it was like Friday or Saturday, whatever day. I was like, I'll see you Friday or something like that. And they assumed, I guess, that I changed it and that I meant this Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I remember you screenshot me a text. Like there was nothing that was like confusing. And then
like I could kind of I guess if they were just young, you know what I mean? It's something like when you have a job and you have emails every day and stuff like that, you kind of get what people are saying, but
yeah,
I don't know.
saying
Classic.
college
Yeah, I
kids
felt
can't
bad.
communicate, and that's why we can't get a college
Yeah.
league together because there's no adults running the college teams. Oh, interesting.
I felt really bad about that.
I
That
don't
was
know.
pretty bad.
I just
we,
get.
we played, we played you guys and Ohio State, Columbus, all this, But
Do you think you could beat
I
the
guess we
Dublin
played some other.
Drunks?
I would love to give them a beat down. That would be fun.
They're got their first practice this week, so we'll see who shows up. But I'll be
Okay.
playing with them, so it'll be me.
So are you done with Columbus? You're not playing with.
Yeah, Max traded me, so
I'm afraid that I don't know what's going to happen to Columbus, man. That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm not too concerned. They got enough goalies on deck, so.
All right.
Do they though?
Yeah. D-May's good. I have total faith in D-May. Rusty, junior national team goalie, still sitting around out there. Oh man, good old Rusty. God bless. I don't know that anyone's ever had a more wild handball just like story than that kid has had. Going
at the
from
expense of some goalies I know.
Going from never playing the game to within 5 minutes of your first ever game, you break your leg, had to get a rod and like 6 screws in his leg, and he's on like a scooter for like 8 months, comes back, whatever reason gets named to the junior national team. He plays like the entire like second half and overtimes of like a double overtime gold medal game against Mexico or something, and like wins them the game. And that
was
right,
in the
he
game.
was in the game. All right, he was in the game. Fair. And then that year he's going to nationals, and he's everybody was in his car, and he's driving, and he falls asleep at the wheel and crashes his car into a ditch. And then he never played handball again after that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so yeah, he's had a real tumultuous journey. But yeah.
Well, hey. All right.
So they got goalies. Andrew, we got another question. I guess this applies to all of us. So Mishi wants to know, when will we see some women's teams in the Ohio, Pittsburgh, Detroit areas? Well, so Mishi, let me give you some clarification here. We had a team kind of started in Cincinnati, and then Patrick and Bronwyn broke up. It was a mutual mutual thing, and then that kind of like dissolved our efforts with the women's team in Cincinnati, and it didn't help that Tanya, she moved to Indianapolis, so she's trying to start a women's team in Indianapolis, but she's also just trying to get any handball in Indianapolis, so she's kind of like flying solo out there right now. So there's really nothing going on Cincy, so that women's operation has kind of died. Situation here in Columbus is pretty much all of the son of a gun. Oh boy. I forgot to tell Andrew about that too. I should have. Man, the questions, you guys caught me off guard. I'll pick this up when they get back. But yeah, so thanks everybody for watching today's show, tuning in here. We have a real up and down kind of ride going with this one, but we're thankful Andrew was able to figure out his internet situation. Hopefully we can get him and Joey back on here quickly. I'm gonna have to do some camera rearrangement, it looks like. But luckily Andrew's camera is now right side up, so that's a plus. Still waiting on Joey to get back, but we're, as always, give a shout out to our sponsor Anchor, helping us get on Spotify and some other podcast platforms, which has been good. Got a lot of listeners on Spotify, so Andrew, they can't see your thing yet, so you gotta wait. We're at a commercial break. I'm giving them all your social media information. I don't know if you're watching on Twitch or not, but yeah, I got your social security card. What else? I got their email, phone number, It's all advertised. So make sure to go give Andrew and Pittsburgh Team Handball a follow. Yeah.
I'm expecting like 1,000.
Yeah,
Followers?
definitely 1,000 new follows from our show. Huge undertaking. Still waiting on Joey to get back here, but in the one picture you can see Andrew playing against Ohio State at an arena that we hope to play many more games at, preferably not in like January to March, because it's also a hockey facility. So it's pretty cold. The court itself was great. I mean, there was already, if I recall, there was already lines, or the lines, most of the lines were down already, so it was pretty nice. They play roller hockey on there, so it's a pretty nice setup. But it was very cold, so I don't want to have to do that again if we're not prepared. Folks, give me a second here while I switch the cameras around. They joined at the wrong times, but it's good enough here. Can't get Joey's mouth. Yeah, and then the other pictures are from Flanders, a true staple of the handball world. Big Flanders flans here. You know which pictures.
Really?
You came on our show. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. So, okay, Mishi was asking about the women's situation. So, where I was going with it for us is that the situation in Columbus is, yes, I have a wife. And you would think that would mean that we at least have one woman who'd be willing to play. That is incorrect. Kaylee doesn't want anything to do with actually playing handball. And that's what makes it difficult, because I don't know any women, and most of our team is like awkward engineer guys. So they either are already married to somebody that they don't plan on finding anybody else, or they're too awkward to not talk to women. So we have a real like problem there. And like, so then when women come to practice, I just have a bunch of awkward guys, and I have to like really try hard to like intermingle and make everybody feel good, and it's just an uncomfortable experience. So I'd say that's probably the number one reason we don't have more women in Columbus. I've never been approached by anyone besides one woman to play, and she played with the men. Like, she was not Virginie. She's from France. Her sister actually plays with the Toronto club. She's pretty dedicated to handball, so she's probably our lone woman trying to get some more women's team. But now that we have the OSU team, granted they're all freshmen, but that'll slowly start to churn out a future. So I would say give us 4 years on a women's team here in Columbus. Now it's your two, Andrew and Joey, your time to talk.
Well, I actually have a lot to say on this topic, because we get some women sometimes, and it is kind of awkward sometimes, women and men playing together. I'll say that. But we have a couple. I actually just had a woman hit me up a couple days ago about playing. She's from Europe. She seems pretty serious about it. She was asking when we're practicing. So hopefully she'll come. We have there's a girl that plays with us. It's in high school. She's on that USA Team Handball
Youth Advisory Council.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in the past, we used to have a decent amount. Like, we'd always have women. I remember at one point I tried sending a team of just college women to the college championship. We had a plan, because we had a couple girls that actually wanted to do it, and they were Europeans, and they were friends, and they were serious about it. And I was like, hey, I remember I asked USA Team Handball if they would, like, not charge us for something. They could, like, charge $200 less or something like that, because it was going to be me for it or something like that. But
did you ever get in contact with the girls from Gannon?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good drive too. That's a good 2 hours. But yeah, I've talked to them. I think one of them was my Facebook friend. I haven't talked to her in a while. Maybe I should hit her up. But I mean, yeah, I think they exist, and that's the other problem is then if you start a women's team, who they're going to play against?
Exactly.
Sure, they could play against the state, but other than that, they could play against Philly. I guess that's a 5-hour drive. So hey, you guys want to play your 2 games? You're, drive 3 hours, then 5 hours. So yeah, that's kind of the issue. I would love to do something like. In fact, I'll probably try to plan like some kind of women's event during this year, especially with that girl Viva that's part of USA Team Handball. So yeah, I'll probably try to plan something, but I guess I don't know. I don't even know if this would be a good time for that because it would, like if there would be, we could have like, hey, Ohio State and Penn State or something women's team meet in the middle in Pittsburgh. I mean, I'd be down to, find a gym and find referees and stuff like that and organize it, and then try to, like create a team from Pittsburgh to try to plan it as well. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I don't know. It's not easy. There's a lot. It's a big undertaking, and then also, who do you play? Like, what's the point? I guess if you're just gonna scrimmage yourself. So
I don't know. That's a good.
But,
when I look back at and Joey, maybe when you look back at when you started Hope, like when I started the Ohio State team, like I didn't know that any other. We started the team, and the thought of playing another school was never on the radar. Like it was just the full intent was just us to play against each other, just screwing around, for fun. And then Mark, our coach, told us about other teams, and he kind of just coordinated all that. So I started the team with never actually ever thinking about playing against another location, I guess you could say. So, but it's tough because then in that situation you need to find 14 women, which you'll be lucky to find 6, let alone
you'll be lucky to find 2.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I wish it were different, but it's even tough just getting the men out there. So I wish there were more women interested. And
Mishy's got to put some fire out here. She's saying that.
I'm just being honest, Mishy.
She's saying that Cal Heat has a women's team, and the next full women's team is 27 hours away via car. So
where?
Well, I'd imagine in probably Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Air Force even have one? I don't know.
The Air Force doesn't have a women's team.
So I will say this. Let me tell you this now. So I put out on Facebook like targeted ads towards women, and I said, "Hey, we're trying to start a women's team," and that actually got us some women. But I will say this: that was the best recruiting tool towards men.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Million.
Like some random dudes were like, "Hey, I'm trying to play handball." I was like, "Man, this wasn't even targeted to you," but they saw that and they were like, "Yeah, I'm down."
Bro, you get your money's worth when you do those ads. If you do the right target and like just do it right, you can.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's how I got my entire
the
team.
exact opposite. Like I was trying to find women's players, and then the guys saw that I was trying to find women's players and were like, "You know what? I want to join that club. That sounds good." And then I'm sure that was like, sadly, there was like probably like 2 or 3 girls there, and they were probably like, "Never mind."
Well, yeah, but Andrew, good point about that, because that like is the most surefire way to get new people is to do one of those ads. And if you do a video, especially,
for sure, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it's a good way to get. I could talk about that all day. So there's a lot of strange people out there, though. So I do the targeted ads, and they'll like if there was people being like, "Hey man, I'll be your mascot" and stuff like that. I wanted to like dress up to like come out.
You guys have
said
a
no
mascot?
to that?
Yeah, what mascot do you guys even have?
We could easily have a mascot. That dude, man. I didn't realize that dude went to my high school that was asking me about being a mascot.
Jeez.
I found that later. I was like, I bet he knows people I know. That's funny. I had no idea. But anyway, yeah, there's like people ask me like how much if we're paying them and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I want to pay some guy that's never heard of this sport to play. That's
all right.
That's where we're at.
I mean, I think you're a pro club, so yeah, they expect some dollars.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, you played before?" No. Okay, yeah. And
Yeah,
if you do those targeted ads, you'll get people. A lot of them will be like just idiots, man. Like some people just drag on, and they'll be like, "I'm so excited to play. I will, you know, I'll play in Europe. I would love to do." And then you'll be like, "All right, man, be here on Tuesday," and they'll be like, "All right," and then Tuesday comes up and they aren't there.
Of
And then they'll be
course.
like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, my dog pooped in the refrigerator, and I
Something like
couldn't
that.
get
Yeah.
over there.
They're like, "Why did you send me 11 messages if you weren't gonna come?"
Yep, I know
but
that
for every
one.
one of those guys, I get 2 that are just absolute studs.
Yep.
At least for me. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like literally, again, my entire team, Facebook ads. I didn't know a single person a year ago.
I was looking for an intern on Facebook for the Armada, and I kind of painted a picture of what was needed, just kind of general team management kind of stuff. And the one guy that applied, he agreed to meet with me. I was going to meet him at Panera and just kind of talk. And his Facebook profile, the more I dug into it, his profile pictures him like shirtless with like 2 like 9 millimeters, and
Oh God.
he's got a couple like teardrop tattoos. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't be meeting with this guy, but maybe maybe he's just like bad vibe of Facebook. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to impress the people, the wrong kind of people. So I told Max to come with me, and so Max and I get to this Panera, and I'm talking with the guy like he was like said he was gonna come and all this stuff, and then like I didn't remind him like the day of about the meeting, and luckily he never showed up, because I was like, thank goodness, because I was terrified of this guy that he was just gonna murder us, add another teardrop to the streak. But Mishi would like to clarify that Houston was the team she was thinking of, and she's actually even another clarifier that Vancouver and Alberta are probably closer than Houston, and only about 15-hour drive, but still very far. You guys, Cal Heat group probably flies to almost every tournament, which is unfortunate, which is why we're very blessed to have only 3-hour drives between, well, I guess Detroit to Pittsburgh's 4, right? I think.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I don't know.
Something
Columbus to Detroit's 3, Columbus to Pittsburgh's 3. So it sounds like you guys should just come to me. But yeah. So, and Joey, what was your reasoning for the no women?
It's not like a decision to not have women. I
didn't mean to paint it that way.
Don't ask it like, yeah. So why?
All dudes all the time.
The He-Man Women Haters Club. No, I would love that, dude. Like, honestly, like I've said this, I think every episode. Like, I'm a huge fan of the women's game. I think if the sport's going to grow in the U.S., the 2 avenues that it'll grow will either be through like it's going to become sort of a women's game, sort of the way like softball or volleyball is perceived in many places as a women's game, or it'll be through beach. So like those 2 avenues I think are like essential for the sport to grow. And so I mean, I just haven't had any women reach out. I just want to like, I will back to what Andrew said. First and foremost, like, okay, let's say I get like 6 women who are willing to play. Like, who am I gonna schedule them to play?
Toronto.
Like, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which I don't know how far it drives to Toronto. Like 4 to Toronto. Okay.
Toronto's always down to travel too.
Yeah, Toronto rocks. But yeah, no. So I wish there were more. One of my goals is to have a full-on women's team pretty soon here. But we're still a young club, and our guys have only played 1 game. So I would like to get our guys playing more, and I'd like to get all the other infrastructure things in place as far as the youth stuff goes and what have you. But yeah, no, it's not that. I want a women's team.
Mishi, I'll put this out there too, is that, I think unless we get a foreign woman to kind of be the lead dog on this, it's tough, because like American women aren't just gonna, I just don't see many. There's like the group of women that will continue to play sports at a semi-competitive level after college is like very, very small, and that group is either playing. I would say guys are a little bit more likely to go play like basketball or something like from the women I've seen, like you're either playing softball, volleyball, or tennis, and that's pretty much it. Like at least in my circles.
Soccer.
But yeah, it's soccer a little bit. But yeah, volleyball is probably the biggest one that I see girls still staying involved with. But the volleyball clique was already they're already in that volleyball clique, so they're not.
Yeah, that really is. Yeah.
So it's tough. I would say it's definitely tough to transition somebody into a new game. But yeah, Andrew, I feel like you were gonna say something, so go ahead.
We used to I used to have a meetup group. I think I said that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So we would say, hey, come try out handball at this meetup group. I try to put as much information as possible. And meetup, it'll get you people that'll come. Not right now. I looked on meetup right now. It's pretty much dead because of coronavirus. People aren't checking it out too often.
What's the status in Pittsburgh? Because like we do a bunch of stuff outside. Everything's pretty like if you're doing stuff outside.
We're gonna play outside in one of the city parks on a hockey
roller rink. Yeah.
Yeah, our roller rinks are literally like 40 by 22. It's perfect.
Nice.
So it's like that it's like plastic waffle looking. It's not the
sport
greatest
court.
surface. Yeah. But yeah, it's 40. It's almost 40 by 20. Anyway, so we used to get that, and people would hit me up, and like I said, we'd get a decent amount of new people come out, and some of them would be okay, and then some of them would be weird. Like you'd have like some dude be like, yeah, I'm gonna play in boots and jeans, and you'd be like, all right, that's
okay,
cool, I guess.
You do you, man. Get the Timbs out, you know.
I remember one time. This is my favorite. This lady, she really. I feel doesn't make me look like a good person, but
jeez, here we go.
So she came like 45 minutes late.
Okay.
And she was like, hey, I'm trying to play. And I was like, we already, there's 15 minutes left. And I'm not sure. Plus, she was probably like 45, 50.
Oh, boy.
She might have not been that old, to be fair. She might have actually been like 35.
Looked, all right, so she looked like...
She looked like Mimi from, she had a bunch of makeup on, blue eyeshadow. She looked like Mimi from, what was that show? Drew Carey show.
Oh.
You're
Oh.
Mimi from Drew Carey show comes out and says she wants to play handball with 15 minutes left. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know, lady. And she was like, well, I used to play volleyball and I walk. And I was like, well, I don't know if that's...
And I walk.
All right, she's a big walker. All right, there's a lot of walking.
Like, I don't know if that's
walker over here.
We're talking about here. And then yeah, she would always hit me up later and be like, hey, I'm trying to play it. And I used to say like, lady, I don't know if this is for you. Like she had kind of like a crazy look to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like she was
I was like, I don't like, lady, you see what we're doing here. I don't see you making it up and down the floor twice. So then I started
let alone wrapping people up and
yeah. And then I started putting a disclaimer in all capital, like if you cannot, I was like, this is a pretty physical sport and it involves running. If you can't do that, please do not come show up, because there were every once in a while you just have like someone that was just like bizarre that would come. And I guess that's kind of the danger of opening it up to everybody. Because there was a bunch of other stories I have like that, but yeah, like people just showing up in jeans, or people saying like, they need to change. Like people would come and like critique stuff that have never played and stuff like that, and I'd be like, bro, that's not like actually you can't just change the sport. Like we're not going to do that.
The rules are the rules.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm
not going to do it for you.
Yeah,
like,
no, I understand the weird people thing.
Mad at me sometimes about like stuff, and I'd be like, bro, this is what it is. They'd be like, well, this is too much running. And I'd be like, what do you want me to do?
I didn't design the court. It's one of those things though that you could manipulate things a little bit to accommodate people more, but At that point, you know, people get down in the handball purist. If a handball purist comes in, and they'll kind of brown nose you, or they'll turn their nose up on you, like, what? This isn't handball. Like, what do you mean you're only playing 5-on-5? And
we don't beat each other up during practices. Like, I know, like, about like wrapping people up and stuff. We take it pretty
light,
pretty wimpy on that. It's more offensive, and as opposed to, you know, trashing people. Every once in a while, you know, someone has to get trashed, you know, that, but it's all in good fun. But yeah, during our practices, yeah, we're not gonna, like, you know,
lay the lumber.
Yeah, all right. That, yeah, we're not gonna
Bone
do
saw.
that. But yeah, we're not gonna, like, at the same time, I don't know, change the rules so, you know, Grandpa can play.
I wouldn't say like try to change it for like the older generation, but like if it means that you can get more people like playing the game, like we had a guy that came and he clearly was like, you know, New York. He just reminds me of like the New York kind of guy that still lives with his mom. He's like maybe like late 40s and never really played sports. Probably big baseball fan.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You get the vibe I'm going with here, but you know, he'd come to practices and was basically useless. And you know, he'd come and we'd incorporate him. Everybody would pass him the ball. You know, you get him involved, and it's like
there's something about just being a body. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, and we need that, and it's just like with the effort to get him to a level that we could utilize him for the team, it's tough. You know, it'd be very tough. It'd take a long time and a lot of work, and it's fine if he wants to keep coming and putting that work in. We'll help him out, but it's definitely a long road.
They never come to anything, but we got some older European guys that play in Pittsburgh with us.
I met TJ. I'd say he how old's TJ?
TJ's not old. Don't do that.
Oh boy.
No, I'm talking about guys that are like 50.
Oh, geesh. Okay.
Kids that are old enough to play.
Okay.
Like sometimes they'll bring their kids.
Dang, that's not a bad idea.
Like we have a father-son group that comes plays. They're from like Barcelona. And the son's, I think, like 17. So the father's probably.
Where's the kid 40s. Where's the kid going to college?
He's not going to college yet. He probably has another year. He actually went to school with Felix. Went to the same high school.
Well, we need to get this kid to Ohio State. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah. No. All right. Yeah. I mean,
I'll send him my recruitment package.
All right. And then we have another guy that plays. You might have met him before, but yeah, he's from Hungary, and he's probably like 50. He's, you know, he hadn't played since he was, you know, 20 or something like that. And then he saw that he was playing, and he was like, "Oh, I need to come." But it's cool because he knows all the. He still follows the game, so he'll come. You know,
talks.
Yeah, like I say, he hasn't played in years. But yeah, and he'll be like, "Oh, did you see what happened to freaking?" You know.
And be like, "No, I'm not watching any of these games."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good to have those guys.
Like, oh yeah, he was the one I told. I was saying he saw the Vesprem.
Gotcha. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I was wondering how you knew about that.
An article about Detroit and Vesprem.
Yeah.
He found it on his own. Like, he wasn't like looking it up. He was like, I was reading the newspaper and there was an article about Detroit, and this was right before coronavirus. We were supposed to go play Detroit.
Yeah.
And Vesprem's his favorite team. And
no way.
Like, yeah, he was like, "Well, they need to come to America."
Dude, I was getting on a plane. It was the week before we were supposed to play, Andrew. And I was getting on a plane to go there, talk to him, and like that's when they announced the travel ban. I did not end up going on that trip, but yeah, I remember you texted me about that. That was a hot story for that week.
That was pretty cool. Momentum. Yeah, he actually found that on his own, just in reading Hungarian news. Apparently, that was a big story over there.
Yeah, jeez.
But
good times. Awesome.
I got one topic here that we haven't talked about that, you know, both of you guys might be interested in, is that this Tuesday we're going to have a virtual town hall session hosted by USC Team Handball. Andrew, did you even know about that?
I think I saw an email. I wasn't going to do it, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. You know, no respect for me. I get it. You know, you don't want to come and ask me questions. That's cool.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, that's me, man.
doing it now.
Joey, what are your thoughts on the matter? And feel free to bash or promote as much as possible. Or
I tell you
whatever
what,
wanna
man,
do.
the more town halls, the better. You
Okay.
you know me, I'm a big town hall guy.
So it's funny you asked that because I told Melissa that the once a year shindig where everybody just goes and yells at whoever the CEO is going to be about why do we not have a residency program, why do we not have more referee help, why do we not have more youth involvement, and it's like the CEO is just like, oh well, you see, we're working on this, and it's all PR baloney. I feel like if we have more of those town halls, we can kind of focus them into smaller topics and get more questions specific to a certain thing, and maybe we'll actually get something out of it. Maybe there'll actually be an outcome. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hoping for the best, but more communication should not be a problem. Michi's asking how much can we grill the board. I think there's going to be a 10-minute open forum section, so it'll be an update on the CEO search. You guys can actually get to meet the board members because I don't know that many people actually in the general membership have ever even heard of some of the board members, let alone seen them or talked to them. So it'll be a good, quick little call. Again, I think that's Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you didn't get the MO to get it, you got to lose computer time, Joey.
No, you're good.
Okay. All right. I thought you were getting kicked off there. We can always have a celeb guest. He can always come in and check things out. But yeah, town hall. Andrew, if you have any questions, if you don't want to come, if you want questions addressed, I can send them in for you.
Okay.
But
I think
JD, can you ask a question for me?
is that a Thailand? What is? It's backwards.
No, this is
What is it? What?
That's good.
I don't know what I'm trying. SAI.
SAI. This is you know about this team. Wait, where's the little thing at? These are from our good friends.
Oh, the Kuwaitis.
No, the Saudis.
Ah, that's pretty sweet. They
Ahmed
gave
gave
They gave you a scarf.
That's
Oh,
dope.
wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It's really good.
It's from Ahmed.
You gotta get that in a banner, like hanging in the Andrew's wall of handball fame.
I actually have a bunch of handball stuff. I'm down in I have a little it's kind of jacked right now. I just had a leak down here, but I have a bunch of handball memorabilia down here.
Oh, good. Oh,
But,
Martin wants to know what question he should ask me for the town hall. I would. What, Joey?
How dare they? How about ask them that?
Oh man,
They
I
think they
know
are.
there's so many questions that could be asked.
is that a reference to The Office?
Yeah, that is.
Oh man. Yeah, Martin, I would say I think anything on why we don't have excuse me. I apologize folks for the yawn. Make sure everybody yawns here whenever you listen to this. I think my big thing would be why are we not escalating our potential TV opportunities right now? That's the question I would ask. I know that John.
Well,
Ryan
JD, the
would
problem
ask
with
the
that
same
is then
question.
you'll have to explain. JD, you'll have to explain what a TV is to about half of the building.
Ooh, bazinga! Yeah, no, that's actually unfortunately not probably that inaccurate of a statement sometimes, but it is what it is. We had a good board meeting this past week. Finally, maybe that's a better question, Martin. Is why do we not have more board meetings? I think that's probably a better question to ask. We got a lot accomplished, and
Hey, JD, ask them who Mikkel Hansen is.
Oh, that would be a sad response that nobody wants to see. Not good. Bad idea. Yeah. Or we can go more current, go Sagason, but yeah. Either way, it's bad vibes there. But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm really excited to see us get a new CEO in place, and Melissa and Emily are grinding hard. We need to keep them happy. We need to keep them, helping us out because there's a lot of stuff still need to be done, and they're working hard to get stuff accomplished. So they're just two ladies trying to keep the ship sailing. So
shout out to them. They rock.
Hey, can I change course of this?
Shift gears. We're downshifting.
I always thought it'd be cool for USATH to do this, but should try to get a team from Europe to come play us.
Play who?
Yeah.
Us.
Pittsburgh, being Pittsburgh. Okay.
Anybody.
I don't think that USC Team Handball has to do anything with that. I think that's more on us.
No, well, what if they did it? I thought it'd be cool for like the championship.
Like nationals, you're saying?
Yeah.
So you're saying you want to do what the German team did for the Canadian national championships? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and they should do that. They should have some kind of incentive or something like that.
So the you can't. Well, you could guess
you have to show them a map and show them where Europe is first.
Yeah,
that would be the first step to getting that done.
I like your train of thought, Andrew. I think it's a nice idea. The problem is going to be getting them into the tournament, and so they'd have to play an open, and then they would either completely clean house or they would just treat it as a big drinking tournament, and they would just screw around the whole time.
And then still win.
And still win, right? Just insult.
Well, I was thinking that's not necessarily a bad thing either. That might be fun. I don't know. I just thought it would be cool. It'd be, something to.
It's just coordination on our part. Melissa has she doesn't have any more contacts in Europe than you and I do. So, if we reach out to clubs and try to get them to come over, it's no different than she does. We probably have more power than she does to make that happen. So that's on us if we want to make that happen.
Try to get Felix.
Seriously.
I don't know if you saw Felix is playing. He's playing over in Europe right now.
What club?
German. I'll have to find out. They're not top level or anything like that, but they seem they have like a pretty professional looking venue and all that. Looks pretty cool.
Mishi had a couple good questions here, or comments in the chat. She said, why are we nominating people to committees and then don't require them to actually deliver? Also a valid point. Looking at you nominating governance committee. That's just my personal vendetta. Mishi also would like to make a clarifier to you, Andrew, that we've been there in 2016 and it's no fun to lose the U.S. championship to a youth team from Germany. Ouch.
That's
hysterical. #bad memories.
USA Team Handball in a nutshell right there. Holy moly. Mishi, that was beautiful. Thank you for that.
Harsh.
That was gorgeous. I love that.
Deep burn.
You could literally take you could take a 14-year-old squad from friggin' any town in Germany,
Denmark. The Danish team that we played, freaking wipe the floor with a lot of the teams in open for sure.
Yeah. So here we are. So the USA Team Handball struggles.
The difference, Andrew, with Canada championships is that they don't have a separation between elite and open. There was just 7 total teams that were playing, so there wasn't a problem to have that German team there. Whereas here, I wouldn't say there's a huge gap between elite and open, but there's enough of a gap that they should be. Any European team should really be an elite. So
yeah.
All right, I think the only topic we haven't covered yet is our good friend Andrew. Are you familiar with JJ McShooter?
Is that like some what is that?
Glad you should ask. JJ is our created player on Handball 17 that we started a season with last week. So he started his career out in Madrid, and they finished 2-6 on the season, and he got an offer to play in the French league with Grand Besançon. I just been calling him Grand Budapest Hotel, but they are coming out hot coffee right now. They are just slinging it, and they're sitting at the top of the table 4-1, and it's thanks to JJ. He plays center back. He's been leading this team to victories left and right. So Big shout out to Alex and CJ who were watching us on Friday night. Giving us a lot of praise for the games. So I'm working on the webcam situation. Hopefully, we'll have it by our next. I won't have it for the next one, but maybe two.
Is that game fun?
Absolutely not.
Because listen, I have that. I downloaded that.
Did you
a couple
really?
years ago,
dude. We should play.
Yeah.
You should play.
I usually scored like 2 goals a game.
Oh my goodness.
What
system do you have? Do you have Xbox or PlayStation?
I had it on a 360.
Okay, I bet and it's Handball 17. I bet we could play.
Probably, yeah.
You'd have to. You probably don't have Xbox Live anymore.
Handball.
Yeah, if you got Xbox Live, we could play and we could stream it.
Yeah.
So up to you.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be entertaining for any.
I think it's pretty comical how bad it is.
If you play a lot, if you get good, is it fun or no? It's still kind of.
I would say no. I don't know that there really is like a peak to it. I don't know. We're playing on bad teams. Like the team I'm with Grand Budapest Hotel, they don't have any plays, so it's just free flow offense. So it makes it a little tough. But I don't know. We'll see. There's really no defense either. You just kind of stand there and hope that they run into you.
And the guys have like heavy English accents and stuff like that.
A shot from the hip. A shot that makes the keepers tremble. That shot was over 100 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Anyways, have I played that game a lot? Maybe. What else? Yeah. So, anyway, so JJ's been doing pretty well in France, so I'm hoping that he can get promoted up to the next French league or maybe make a higher league. So the whole goal is to get him playing the Champions League and win a Champions League title. That's the goal. So, and maybe make him Champions League MVP.
Hey, speaking of France, what happened to our boy who used to play in France? What happened to him? Yeah, what's he doing?
He's playing. He's playing second league French.
Second league?
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, he's starter.
Yeah, he was the best player I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
Legit. I mean, if you play second league France, then you are pretty good.
Yeah. Pierre's very good. So when next time Joey and I go to Europe, we're gonna try to meet up with Pierre and do some jersey swaps. So shout out Pierre if you're ever listening.
I'll come with you guys.
Pierre rocks.
You want to come with us to Cairo, Andrew, in January?
This January?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I'll let me see.
All right. So here's the thoughts. So the plan is Joey and I and you can join in on this. Is make like a America student section and just go nuts. And we'll be sending
that North America team. What's that about?
What
are you talking about?
Isn't there? Who's the team from North America?
It hasn't been selected yet, so we're banking on us winning the Puerto Rican tournament. So there's a tournament in Puerto Rico coming up. Assuming we win that, we would go to World Championships in Egypt. So the problem is our group is Norway, France, and Austria. So Joey's going to send Sander Sagerson a whole bunch of like Sudoku puzzles and riddles, and we're going to try to get him just thinking all the time, and hope that he can't perform with that after that. So yeah, that's the plan.
We're going to get him good.
Yep.
We're going to rattle him.
But yeah, we just want to go hog wild over there, have a good time, show everybody what America's all about. Just going crazy, body paint, maybe.
Do you guys buy tickets yet?
No, not yet.
I don't even know how you would. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I feel like the federation should get free tickets. And
yeah. Like the parents of players, like for other sporting events, get a secured number of seats. But
you guys get flights yet or anything? I mean,
no. I'd like to get us confirmed before we book anything like that. I was looking at flights, not terribly priced. I mean, flight to Puerto Rico for that tournament from Columbus, $170 round trip. Pretty solid. FYI, we only got a minute left on this Zoom session, so we got one or two options. We can either keep rolling or we can kill it.
I'm about to die right here.
I think Joey's pretty tired. So Andrew's got a sick kid.
Sorry, guys.
So I think
can
we're gonna
talk some
call it a night here. And Andrew, you'll have to have you back on some other time. But thanks for joining us this evening. It was a fantastic time. As always, go back and watch this on Spotify, YouTube, or Twitch. So thank you for tuning in. Got any closing remarks as we freeze? Oh my gosh, we're frozen. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Well, folks, that was an awkward and unfortunate ending. Goodbye, Andrew. Say goodbye to your fans. All right, goodbye, everybody. As always, folks, keep shooting, shooters. I got Andrew's Pittsburgh Team Handball Twitter account up there for anybody that's looking to follow him on Twitter.